I don't know. Maybe, just maybe, before we say things like, even Apple doesn't care about the iPhone, maybe we should wait for the Android community to be able to pick their own fucking balls up off the floor first.
Get daily tech news in a way that doesn't suck. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Front Page Tech, the show that gives you all latest tech news from one geek that is me to another that is you. You taste that? Yeah. Tastes like salt. Probably from all the salt that's going to come from the Android community in the comments section tonight. Am I right? I'm just kidding. Get your pitchforks out. All right, so story numero uno is about Apple. At the very last, literally at the very, very last second, they have sent out invites for an event. Turns out, yep, they are in fact having an event this month. So Apple sent out invites for their iPad Pro event. It's October 30th. And it's going to be at 10 a.m. That's Eastern time, by the way. Obviously, we're getting updates to like the iPad and the Mac lineup, but that's we know that part. The more interesting part of this event and the fact that invites were sent out today is that this is the same day and nearly the same time as the OnePlus event, because at 11 a.m. on October 30th in New York City, OnePlus is going to be launching, or at least announcing, the OnePlus 6T. Of course, as you know, the OnePlus 6T is going to be freaking awesome. So if you think that Apple scheduling this event an hour before on the same day is in any way just a convenient coincidence, I would have to ask you, on a scale from 1 to all of them, how many drugs are you on? Now, I absolutely hate the word savage, and I never ever thought I'd have to be in the position to use that word, but right now, it does seem like the only possible word that is appropriate for this moment. Tim Cook, holy shit, man. What the hell? Here's live footage of Apple, like right now.
Entertainment today. Oh, the people demo! An exclamation point!
All right, so real quick, this is related to the news story. I'm just going to tell you a quick story. When I was a wee lad, when I was just a wee Jern lad in high school, one of the days we were all leaving the school, right? We're headed outside, and I wore sweatpants that day. This was the one and only time I ever wore sweatpants at school, and this is the reason why. Wearing sweatpants, we're all leaving school, I'm walking outside, and some jerk runs up behind me and pulls my pants down. But when he did that, he grabbed not only my sweatpants, but also my underwear, and he pulled it all down, so I was completely exposed. And at that point, I had to make the decision, John, you gotta bend down, you gotta pick your own pants up. So when I bent down to pick my pants up, I exposed my entire asshole to the rest of the people behind me. I was publicly shamed. And that is pretty much what Twitter is doing right now. Okay, maybe my story actually is completely different. Twitter has announced, let's call it a change that will make it completely clear when something you have posted, tweeted, violated Twitter's terms of service. If you do that, if Twitter determines that you have violated terms of service, a gray box with a message will appear in the place of where the original tweet was. That message will read, "This tweet is no longer available because it violated the Twitter rules." Now, the best part here is that you are not the only person that sees that message. No, it's going to show it to everyone. The message will appear at the URL of the original tweet. It will appear in place of the original tweet, and it will also appear on your profile. And it will even remain that way on your profile even after you've deleted the offending tweet. It'll be there for 14 days. So at that point, anyone that views your Twitter page will see that you had some point posted a tweet that someone else successfully reported. Yo, Twitter, come on, man. This is quite the bitch move, wouldn't you say? Guys, let us know in the comment section what you think. Do you think this is shitty for Twitter to do, or it's great for them to do? If anything, this is just going to encourage more and more people to put on their little fucking Twitter capes and go reporting tweets like crazy because they're the heroes of the day. To those people, hey, go fuck yourself. And to Twitter, hey, go fuck yourself. Okay, so real quick, let's talk about the Linus video that he put out about the iPhone. If you missed it, here it is. He put out a video called Even Apple Doesn't Care About the iPhone XS. Now, we actually love Linus. I'm pretty sure we put out a video at some time like months ago defending him about an issue that he had with Apple, where Apple was in the wrong. We believed Linus was right, which makes it hurt my heart to say, Linus, the fuck you talking about, man? He said a lot of weird nonsense in this video, but specifically, I just want to point out this part.
Apple is not only failing to lead in terms of design trends, they're becoming a follower, and a slow one at that, when it comes to wider industry trends.
Linus, my boy, come on, man. You know that Apple literally was the design trend this year, right? Failing to lead design trends. Meanwhile, in the Android community, Honor Play, Honor 9N, LG G7 ThinQ, Huawei Nova 3, Huawei Nova 3i, Oppo A3s, Oppo F7, OnePlus 6, Huawei P20 Pro, Vivo V9, Honor 10, Huawei P20 Lite, Asus Zenfone 5Z, the Motorola P30, oh, and the Pixel 3 XL-ish, kinda, I take that one back. The Pixel 3 XL actually looks too terrible to include it in this list. Literally, that is the state of the Android community. They can't even think for them. These OEMs, the manufacturers, they can't even think for themselves right now. They can't pick their own freaking testicles off the floor and make a decent designed phone. With the exception of like Samsung and a couple others. Thank you for being the last outlaws, by the way. But the rest of the Android community can suck a frick. Also, we're gonna talk about design trends. Linus, I know, listen, man. I know I don't always look the best, but you're talking about design trends, and this is the same guy that wears sandals with socks. The socks are on and puts the socks in the sandals. Come on, man. Now, listen, I don't think that design, the design that Apple went with the iPhone 10 and now the 10s, 10s Max, and 10R, I don't think that's the best design we've ever seen, but it sure is just was fine for the rest of the Android community, wasn't it? In fact, the rest of the Android community is trying so hard to replicate this design and they still can't get it right. None of it's... They tried to do that design and it still looks worse, so I don't know what you're on about, dude. Design trends... This is why I'm leaving Android until they get their shit together. The whole Android community, y'all are a mess right now.
And now, today's sponsor.
Yo, if you're still pushing your own vacuum to clean your floors in the year 2018, I don't trust you. This is the Roborock S5, and it is just as amazing as its name. Listen, I don't say things like this lightly, but this vacuum will change your life. We're talking sweeping, mopping, carpet, tile, wood, floor, you name it. This can do it. And did I mention that it does it by itself? It maps the layout of your home, gets to know the place a little bit, and goes to town. With obstacle avoidance and stupid long battery life, you can remote control this thing or schedule it to clean while you sleep. You ain't got time for that. Oh, and did I mention it's super affordable too? I mean, it is a robot that will make your life less of a mess. We are in the future. Link in the description. And that's the show. Hopefully you liked it, you learned something. If you did, hit that like button. If you hate my stupid face now, hit the dislike button. If you're new here, subscribe and all that stuff. I will see you guys tomorrow.